Hello, welcome to this update for Asia for the winter weather. Let's just see very quickly what's happening. So we still have those fronts in Russia from Europe and some other ones in Central Russia, and still some snow around Japan, some areas. And so let's see some systems northern India, some snow right now in the Himalayas. So today is Sunday, the 12th. The European model already shows this snow there in the Himalayas and a storm or two. So be aware there, northern Nepal, those areas, and also a storm or two in the middle. And let's see, shows those fronts in Russia there with snow and some western Russia, some freezing rain. And now let's start here. So shows today this goes there, and into Monday, tomorrow, still some snow there in Bhutan, especially in northern Bhutan, into Sunday, and northernmost Myanmar, in those mountains of southeastern China. And later into Monday, the 13th shows still a storm or two there, but more snow throughout those mountains, southeastern China, northern Bhutan still shows, and even a spot or two of freezing rain, but mainly snow. This goes into Tuesday, the 14th. This dies down, but still some snow in some areas southeastern China, and still a snowflake or two there in the Himalayas. This goes Tuesday into Wednesday, and it diminishes there. But be careful those areas. Now for Central Russia, the show that snow near Mongolia, some areas today into Monday. Then it shows this big front coming from northern Russia. So this comes into Monday into Central Russia, shows more snow there in those areas. And then that's Monday into Tuesday, still shows that front throughout Central Russia. Tuesday, maybe into Wednesday into northeastern, into northern China, some snow. And then after that, another front to Central Russia that goes till like the 17th, shows more snow there in some areas. And then the 18th still those fronts there, and they just keep coming. Another the 21st and more later. So be aware those areas. Now for Eastern Russia, already shows some snow there now, Sunday the 12th, especially those northern coasts there of Eastern Russia. This goes into Monday, the 13th, shows more there in Eastern Russia. This goes and like diminishes a little bit by Wednesday the 15th, but still some snow. This goes, and on Friday the 17th shows almost nothing, but later on the 18th shows another front there to Eastern Russia until the 20th, and even more later possible. But just be aware that this information changes a lot. Now choose some other parts of Eastern Russia, shows some snow lingering around the peninsulas, some areas of southeastern Russia too. The 13th, the 14th shows less, and across southeastern Russia only a few spots there. And this goes and like shows some more linger around the Tana there, especially near some areas close to China. So a little bit of snow on the 15th. This goes the 16th, shows more on the peninsula there, and and more later. So be aware those areas. Now for Japan, now shows some snow central Japan, some areas today, Sunday, some rain, a spot or two of the coast, and shows more like a few spots southern Japan. So this goes into Monday, shows that extra tropical cyclone going away there, and a spot or two of snow in the Koreas. And now for Monday the 13th, this goes still shows into Tuesday some snow like those areas north central Japan, the western areas there, the mountains, and some in northern Japan. So Tuesday the 14th still shows some snow throughout central northern Japan, especially those mountains there. Be careful with the avalanche danger. And then it shows on Wednesday the 15th still some snow in Japan, especially in the western areas, but also shows some in the eastern areas like north central Japan. So this goes there, shows maybe some heavier snow on the 16th, some areas because of this front, central Japan, some spots there, into north central Japan, and even some spots further south. So Thursday this goes into Friday the 17th, this calms down but still a little bit, and then we might have to watch more later. So be aware. Now for Western Russia, some spots shows now those from Europe, some spots in Western Russia, like this front here, and another one shows some spots of freezing rain in the middle, those exclamation marks. So this goes shows more snow some areas into Monday the 13th, and then shows another front from Europe on the 14th into northwestern Russia, those areas here northwestern Russia, some freezing rain too. This goes shows like more snow on the 14th, and even down to Moscow shows some, and still some freezing rain behind it. It goes and like goes to more central Russia, while on the 16th shows another front from Europe, some snow, freezing rain, northwestern Russia. This goes on the 16th, does show it down to Moscow, some snow, maybe freezing rain, but this information changes a lot, so be aware. This goes there and like goes away and shows another front later from the Arctic there around the 18th. So just some endless front. This will be on the 20th, shows more freezing rain. Alright, and this information changes a lot, so this still might change. Now for like Kazakhstan, those areas shows like the 12th today quiet, and then this goes the 13th, maybe northwestern western Kazakhstan, some snow, freezing rain. Then this goes on the 15th, central Kazakhstan shows a little bit. This on the 16th into northern Kazakhstan some. Then this goes there. On the 17th shows more snow lingering around much of Kazakhstan, especially eastern areas. Then this goes like north, central and western areas too on the 17th. This goes there. Still on the 19th shows some for central western Kazakhstan because of the tail end of those fronts from Russia. So this goes and like shows more snow on the 20th, more there, and maybe more on the 22nd. But this changes a lot, so just stay tuned to your local weather forecast and be aware. Now further south in Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Tajikistan, and Iran, let's see, and other areas there. So now the 12th does show this system in Iran, some spots of freezing rain, some snow. This goes into like the 13th, some areas, central eastern Iran, some rain and snow. It shows like into Afghanistan on the 14th, some snow. Then it shows spreading slowly to Tajikistan and Pakistan, some areas in the mountains, and so this the 16th shows Sasamar in Tibet, maybe like northern India and northern Pakistan and Nepal on the 16th. So it goes there. It shows on the 17th some around Tajikistan snow, and meanwhile more systems from Turkey there in the end. We'll talk about in a second. So shows on the 17th more like in Afghanistan, Tajikistan, especially stronger on the 19th from the end there, around Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, some snow, and shows all the way like into Kazakhstan. And then another on the 19th in Afghanistan, more snow and some freezing rain. Into Tajikistan on the 20th, so shows a lot on the 20th there. Into some spots of southwestern China as well in Tibet. And then on the 21st, not on Afghanistan, shows like more snow and rain there. This goes on the 22nd, still shows stuff in Afghanistan, Pakistan, and those areas, but this information changes so much. This might, after 10 days, this might not even happen. So just be aware. It changes a lot now for like Turkey, those areas. There's a system in Europe now with a front into western Turkey. This goes, be careful there, shows northern Turkey, some snow through into the 13th, the 14th, the front all the way down to the Caucasus. Some snow there in Georgia, Russia, the 13th. This goes spotted through freezing rain to southernmost Russia, remaining snow on the 14th. And this goes there, still shows on the 15th, some rain in Turkey. Goes there, and like on the 16th it gathers more in northeastern Turkey, the more snow in northern Turkey, and some rain all the way down to Syria. This goes and like shows more snow throughout some parts of the Caucasus and this eastern Turkey into the 16th, Azerbaijan, Georgia, some snow too. Then this goes on the 17th, and it's more into Iran, like northwestern Iran, especially those mountains there. So be careful. This goes and like still shows central to eastern Iran, some more snow on the 18th, and meanwhile more in Turkey. Another front in Turkey shows more snow for northern Turkey, another down to Iran again on the 19th. So be aware, this goes shows more there on the 20th, some spot in the end, especially in Turkey there, and Georgia shows more, maybe the 21st into northern Iran, some rain as well, and down to century and later on the 21st, and gets crazy on the other side there. So be careful, but just be aware that this changes a lot. Now for the GFS, it's a different model. They might have some different ideas. So here the general look shows the system in Tibet now and into northern Nepal and India. So it goes like the snow in northern Bhutan, those areas to the 13th. Meanwhile, the fronts in Russia there into Turkey as well. So this goes late on the 13th, still some snow to southeastern China, the mountains, northernmost Myanmar, and goes there and shows those fronts just keep crossing central Russia there, the 15th. And this goes like shows more snow in Tibet on the 16th and into northern India and Nepal. So this goes on the 16th, some snow in northern Iran, but mainly Turkey and the Caucasus, Azerbaijan, those areas. Then shows the 17th, there's snow in Kazakhstan, and it spreads down south to like Tajikistan, some snow. And then especially later on the 18th shows the system in Iran and Afghanistan with more strength, some more snow and rain, and another into western Kazakhstan. So this goes there and so it's similar to the other model. This is the 19th, shows like more snow, Kazakhstan, and but on the 21st this model has like another system there. The 21st it shows some snow, but not as strong as the other one. So it goes, this model is more the 22nd to northern India and southern China, and some more in Turkey, not areas. So be aware. And after that it's just too far. Now in Japan, this other model also shows some snow lingering around the mountains. The 12th today, especially to the 13th, shows some more snow on the western face of Japan, with those mountains there. Because of this system, they will go as an extra tropical cycle. Then on the 13th shows more snow showers, central northern Japan. The 14th still shows snow there, especially in those mountains, so be careful. Some northern Japan as well. So it goes, shows also that there's snow through most of Japan, all the way down to the southern mountains, so beware. The 15th still some snow there. The 16th shows another system on the 17th, early on the 17th there in Japan, so be careful. And like later still show some stuff, but it's kind of far, so be careful. There's snow there, especially in those stronger systems. When it's snowing, careful snow squalls and avalanche danger. So now for some snow accumulation in those areas. So just next, let's just put 5 days. Tibet, those areas. In India also shows some areas, where is here, so shows some areas, southern China, some 17 centimeters, 5 centimeters, some spots to 18 centimeters, more there 14, 10, 17 centimeters, especially from this system that's now there. So show like 24 centimeters, 12, 15 centimeters, 16, shows more like 18 centimeters, some areas northern Nepal, and this adds up to the system, the 16th in the Himalayas there, so some 16 centimeters, some areas to northern Pakistan, shows some alright in Afghanistan, shows a little bit, and especially in central Tajikistan, those mountains shows a little bit. So beware. Alright, by the 17th shows some snow in Iran, those northern mountains, western mountains, there's some 8 centimeters, some 6, 11 centimeters, and this is just one model, it always changes. The actual totals when the snow falls might be different too, so just keep that in mind, that this changes a lot. But now for like Azerbaijan and those areas, they show like some more, like some spots north in Azerbaijan, to Armenia, especially in Armenia and northern Iran. But Turkey shows some heavier totals, the northern part of Turkey there, so be aware, especially like some 10 centimeters, and it could be more. It shows like in Georgia and the Caucasus, especially all the to 60 centimeters the model has here, and like to southern Russia and to Russia, just those fronts there's some 23 centimeters, 17, 16, and it might vary depending on what actually happens. So shows more to northwestern Russia as well, some 36 centimeters, so be aware those areas. Now so further to Kazakhstan, central Russia shows more in eastern Kazakhstan, might have more accumulations in northernmost China, and central northern Kazakhstan shows more than like central Russia. Those fronts, some heavy fronts, there are some 26 centimeters, 36, so be aware. Right through central Russia, some other spots to south central Russia, some 41 centimeters. It shows already some northern Mongolia, but very little. Now for like Siberia, spots Eastern Russia shows less, but does show a little bit, so 5 centimeters. But generally, uh, the main action is around easternmost Russia, like some 30 centimeters or some 22 centimeters, 21. So yeah, beware. And until the 20th, already shows more there. So yeah, beware. Now in Japan, those mountains and everything shows some 40 centimeters, some areas some 3 centimeters, some 54 centimeters, but some central areas there like 90 centimeters, some 88, some 87. So be careful there, the accumulations, and especially some avalanche dangers, because last year before I started doing videos, I used to post weather alerts, and they always had like avalanche advisories all the time. So be aware. Shows some northern Japan too, and now for South Korea, North Korea shows some flakes of snow, but nothing that crazy. But be aware. So be aware. Now the GFS has also similar thing. Those big areas of fronts into Russia, less in some spots to the east and in the north, but more concentrated in this area. So stay safe. Those areas eastern Russia too. And it has there in Japan, the mountains and accumulation, especially if you zoom in here, all the way to 105 centimeters next 5 days, so 48 centimeters, and more there from northern Japan to those mountains in southern Japan. Show like some 14 centimeters. That shows some in South Korea, but not that much. So shows there in southern China, those mountains there, especially the high elevations, shows some northern Bhutan and Nepal, especially northwestern Nepal, some 19 centimeters. Shows more in India too, like northern India to Pakistan, some in Afghanistan by 5 days, but not that much. Shows in Iran, in those areas, some more to 4 centimeters, some northern Iran, but until the 20th already shows more there, especially in Afghanistan. But the information further out like that still might change, but it does show more by that time, so be aware. And Turkey, Georgia, those areas shows more there, especially in the Caucasus, some 30 centimeters, 37, some 16 centimeters, some 14, 8 centimeters, so be aware in those areas. But especially when a front comes in these mountain areas, there could be higher accumulations than it's showing here. I went to a mountain one day, there was a front with snow, and up to 50 centimeters fell under 24 hours. So don't underestimate this distance, but depending on the situation, it might even fall less. But just be aware that sometimes there can be more snow. Then it shows here like some 27 centimeters, some 16. So be aware. There's the icon too for 5 days, shows in Japan, those areas a little bit less than the European GFS, but also show like some 70, some 85 centimeters, and shows more southern China, some spots in northern China, some mountains too, but mainly into northern India and Nepal. Shows like the other models in Iran, central Afghanistan, Tajikistan. So yeah, be aware those areas. Now for like some winds possible. So starting in the east, we still have those strong winds in the ocean near the Philippines and Taiwan and China, and this big extratropical cyclone forming near Japan. So some areas in southern Japan are slightly higher gusts, especially some mountains now into Monday. So this goes, Into the middle of the day, Monday shows some mountains there's 60, some areas of 45 km per gust. Even South Korea, slightly gustier, but nothing that crazy. And goes there Monday. This goes shows more system after Tuesday, the 14th, even like northernmost Japan. So this goes the 15th. The European model shows some high gusts throughout central Japan and on the coast, in the mountains, and in all those areas. So be aware too, because if there's like snow plus wind, it can make some visibility in more dangerous conditions. So be careful. It goes and like shows later that day still some higher gusts there in some spots, and wait, shows more there on the coast as well. So be careful. Not go down to some spots, southern Japan and North Korea shows slightly gustier, southeastern Russia too. So yeah, the 15th this goes later, very early, the 16th, that showed the western coast of central Japan, the possibilities some hurricanes, and the 16th, yeah, shows that, but wait, here, and the middle of the day on the 16th shows slightly gustier, some mountains there, but not anything crazy, more like those stretches of North Korea into Russia, slightly gustier. So this goes now the Europeans, this crazy system on the 16th and the 17th with some very high gusts into western Japan, close to 100. This goes there and like shows some very high gusts throughout central northern Japan. The GFS by that time has some higher gusts in spots. It also has this system there, but it has way less wind energy than the European. So yeah, beers. So Thursday the 16th, the 17th shows some more winds there in the central mountains. Be careful if blizzard conditions, if it's snowing at the same time. And yeah, so it goes the 17th, and like the system goes away there. On the 18th, the 19th doesn't show much, but shows more after the 21st there. But that's kind of too far. So be aware. Now for like some sanctuaries here. The show, so now Sunday the 12th to Monday, the shows some Argus, some mountains in southeastern China, maybe in Tibet as well, and slightly breezier, some spots in Mongolia, in the northern China. This goes to like Tuesday the 14th, slightly higher, some spots northern China possible, and everything I'm showing you are possibilities, because this information always changes, but she shows some more in Tibet, northern Nepal on the 14th, and some specific spots in Kazakhstan and those areas there, especially in eastern Kazakhstan to Russia. This year might be a front with some breezier conditions, and to western Russia. So yeah, beware. So the 14th still shows on the 15th some more gusts into some mountains of central southern China there, especially in Tibet, and more breezier in Mongolia. Some fronts southern Russia shows some higher gusts there. Not anything crazy, but slightly higher. And in Kazakhstan, some spots of eastern Kazakhstan, beware. The 15th, this goes, and on the 16th in the afternoon, those crazy gusts start again in Tibet. Some 96 km per gust, some 89. Sunspots the European has all the way to 114 km per gust, 101. So yeah, be aware there. This goes, and like on the 17th, shows more in those areas of southern China, especially in the afternoon. Be careful. Still on the 18th, shows some gusts there, a little breezier sunspots in Mongolia, and those fronts into Russia, but nothing that crazy. So the 18th goes there. Still on the 19th shows some high gusts in Tibet, and shows here on the 20th still some, and also yeah, more areas there into southwestern China. Goes on the 21st, the 22nd is still showing, and after that it's too far, but it might continue. So be aware those areas. Now shows like to Western Asia shows slightly breezier, a little bit, tiny bit higher gusts to Western Saudi Arabia, some areas of southern Iran too. But this goes there, the 13th, yes, somewhere into Western Turkey, some areas, and still quite calm. The 16th shows the system in Iran. The 17th, some more wind there, some wind near Afghanistan, some areas in Iran as well, and Georgia is showing a weird wind spot there with more wind. And then the 17th, this goes. The 18th showing some high gusts possible southern Iran and Afghanistan and in central southern Turkey. And then this goes. The 19th still showing like in Iran, into Tajikistan, Afghanistan, and those areas. And this goes still on the 20th, the system there is slightly higher gusts, and some from to northern Kazakhstan, showing on the 20th some more gusts too. And while that front is in Russia, on the 19th shows some slightly higher gusts as well. So it goes there, and especially the 16th shows some Arctic systems there, with some wind into northern Russia. And be careful with those, because sometimes with snow they can cause some blizzard conditions. So be aware in those areas, and yeah, and be aware this information might change still. And in the Caucasus, the 13th shows slightly breezier, but nothing that crazy. And yeah, stay safe in those areas, but be aware that it might change. So now for some temperatures, these above and below average temperatures is still showing the big pocket of above average temperatures, like into Western Russia, some spots of Kazakhstan, those areas. So this goes and still shows some above average later. There's the area of below average there in Europe, branching into Russia, but just show more above average. Just on the 19th shows a little bit of Arctic air there from Russia down to Kazakhstan. The 20th goes and like shows, if this happens, you'll get very brutally cold there in Central Russia and those areas on the 23rd, but still Western Russia the above average there. So goes like the 23rd still shows more like near northern Siberia, the 25th, and it's already cold there. Imagine with that. So it goes and like still shows lingering there on the 28th, but this model also changes a lot, and yeah. So let's see, there's the European model now. So that was the GFS, the other one. So it shows that above average as well to Western Russia, and this goes like the below average in Europe, then shows the below average going all the way to eastern China. The 16th goes there, but shows some arctic here on the 20th into Central, even Western Russia, but then it goes east, and some below average dives down to Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, those areas on the 23rd. This goes and it shows some more cold waves on the 26th into Central Russia, but we'll keep monitoring this because even this situation is different than the situation the GFS. So this changes a lot. Some things don't even happen. So this is the Canadian model. So shows on the 20th a cold wave into North Central Russia too, and yeah, but and into Southern Asia, but doesn't show as much strength as the other one. So be aware those areas now for the actual temperatures possibility, and this is also a model, so it also changes. So the actual temperatures on the ground might vary, but let's see. So shows there that are very cold into northern China, Russia, those areas, especially in Mongolia, those spots to -20, some -24, and most of northern China, there's some -12, some -6. In eastern Russia shows that some -30s, and especially some -35 to -45. Those areas -46, and to northernmost Russia some -48. So please be careful, especially the wind chills. If it's like -48, there is some wind, it might feel like -59 or something. So please stay safe. That's the cold is dangerous. So some -28, so like some -30s, and it's still like the 13th into the 14th still shows there's some -40s, some -30s, -37 to northern China, some -20s, to almost -30s. Beijing shows like 0 degrees, some areas just north of it, some -17, and South Korea some -4, some -13, and China shows some -1, some spots central eastern China and northern Taiwan, in a few mountains there. So beware, but starting the mountains already shows very cold there because it's very high, especially in Tibet, it's very high there, and those areas all the way to like -36 degrees, -30, some -28. And in the highest peaks, it might be even colder. Some areas that the model might have a hard time catching the highest areas, so be aware too. But the 14th to the 15th still shows like then Russia's some -48 in a few spots. Please stay safe, especially the wind chills. It shows there's some -4 is some -39, central northern Russia, into eastern Russia already shows some -30s there. So it goes and like some -31. So be aware. By the 15th shows less cold in northern China, but still very cold, -21. So it goes there, but later into the 16th shows like some -33, some spots of far northern China, and into Russia those -30s, not of central northern Russia, those very cold temperatures. So be careful. Shows Mongolia, those areas the 15th, very cold too. And not which like central China and Shanghai already shows -3 on the 15th, especially in the morning. It shows more like some -1, some -4. The mountains close to -15, -19. But yeah, beware, shows some -5, some -16. So be careful. Now for like the 15th, the 16th in the afternoon, warms up a little bit into southern China, close to like some 21 degrees. Some areas in Cambodia still shows some 33 degrees. Thailand, some 20s, to Myanmar, southern Vietnam's close to 30, but some others some 15, 14 degrees, especially in some mountains. And then this shows the 16th goes there at night again. Those cold temperatures come down close to southern China, but central China some -1, some -2. Shows there like North Korea close to -22, South Korea some -4, some -35, still in Russia, Mongolia and into Russia very cold, and especially there's some high elevation. Be careful, and even outside high elevation, some -13, some -8, some -9. So yeah, be careful. And this is the 16th, shows some cold air in northernmost Russia, so the other to -48, so be careful there. If you zoom in here, other to -49 degrees Celsius, please be careful. The winters might go to -60, so please stay safe. This goes and like shows less cold in western Russia, but still central to eastern Russia, very cold, so -42, especially in those areas in the north with the Beer Arctic air. So be careful. The 17th shows still cold in the south, in those areas there, especially in the mountains of Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Afghanistan, especially in the mountains, because Afghanistan, you see, it's very cold in the middle and less cold in the other areas because of the mountains. And yeah, so the 17th, the 18th still shows like around southern Russia to Mongolia and China, those very cold temperatures, and those other ones remain there. Northern Russia, the peninsula, somewhere close to -20, and some -49, -46, some spots in the north. So it goes. The 20th shows those cold waves there. One there like central western Russia, the main one into like central northern Russia. So beware, this goes there. So the 21st shows this cold wave all the way down to Kazakhstan, where it's at -26 northern Kazakhstan, and shows like more those areas. And in eastern Russia still pretty cold, a little bit less in between these two waves, but be careful as well. Mongolia is still -17, some -7 some spots, but not as crazy as before. And China, the mountains, those negative temperatures, but be aware those areas. This model here, for example, also has this cold wave there, diving all the way down to Kazakhstan, and yeah, and it has some differences, but not that much. So stay safe. Those areas now, in Japan, some areas there already tonight on the 12th shows some negative temperatures, especially in the mountains. Some areas -12, Tokyo close to 1 degree, some -7, some -13, South Korea as well. And then this goes like some -7, especially northern Japan, go close to -19, some areas there. And this goes in the afternoon, warms up to 11 degrees. Some spots still coldish in the mountains, but some negative temperatures in the north. And the next night, the 13th to the 14th, still show there's some -10, some -11, some -4, and some 0 degrees, especially in northern Japan, those areas. So beware. The 13th it goes there, and the 14th not as widespread, but still some negative temperature, especially in the north. and some mountains to the south and everything. So beware, this goes starts getting colder again on the 15th, especially the mountains. The north goes to -12, then it goes there, those mountains the south as well. Then it goes and the afternoon warms up a little bit, but on the night of the 16th shows, like especially northern Japan, goes to like -18, and some areas in the mountains southern Japan to -3, and this might vary. So -14 goes there. The 17th still cold. The 18th, especially some northern areas, shows less cold on the 20th, but more later. So stay safe those areas and know that this might vary and everything. So now this video is already too long, but let's see very quick to westernmost Asia. So alright, on the 12th today, those temperatures, the mountains in Iran and in eastern Turkey, those areas there in Georgia too, some -12, some -14. So be aware, and Azerbaijan choose some -4, some -11 to Turkey. So be aware, in Armenia choose some -6. And Saudi Arabia, some spots to 19 degrees, some 7 degrees in Iraq, in Oman. So yeah, this goes during the night. Shows colder sunspots Saudi Arabia and Syria, especially the mountains there, and show like in the Caucasus close to -13 or even less. And like Kazakhstan, those areas some -7, close to -18 in the north. In Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, and Iran, also sunspots southern and eastern Iran as well, those mountains in Afghanistan. So be aware, very cold there in Tibet. And then it goes like the 13th still shows there. Those night temperatures, mainly the mountains, but be careful. And also like Uzbekistan to Turkmenistan to Kazakhstan, especially some parts central northern Kazakhstan and easternmost Kazakhstan, those mountains there. So be aware. Tajikistan, the 13th shows very cold in the mountains, and sunspots Saudi Arabia, 3 degrees. In the afternoon, western Saudi Arabia, that shows some 32, some 33, possibly sunspots of 28 in Yemen, some 24 in Oman as well. But yeah, but Turkey, some areas still remain somewhat cold. So goes, and next night, the 14th still shows those night temperatures there. The 15th, the 17th, and wait, to the 18th still shows there those night temperatures now from much of central Turkey and the Caucasus. Some areas shows all the like -18 on the night of the morning of the 18th. Then it goes there and still shows very cold there on the night, the morning of the 19th, more in Iran, those mountains, some parts northern Uzbekistan. So stay safe in those areas, and later shows some cold there to Russia, western Russia, the 20th, and Kazakhstan, those areas. By that time shows still cold the mountains in Iran, cold in Turkey, and especially in the Caucasus. So beware, but this kind of route, this information still might change. So keep that in mind and be careful in those areas, the low temperatures and everything, and with fog too, especially some spots in India, sometimes in Myanmar, to like southern China and India. Be careful, low visibility, and then fog, some rain as well, especially some freezing fog possible in some cold areas, and to like southern Russia too. This goes, and this model shows this possibility of fog, but it changes a lot as well. So just be careful. Some areas that you usually get fog, like northern India, and some spots in Southeast Asia, the locals might know better where you get fog a lot. So be aware, and please check the links in the description for the precise weather forecasts in each country. I didn't find all the countries, but most of them, yes. So check there and stay safe. And now, because I just showed snow accumulation, I didn't show rain accumulation, so let's just show it very quick. So central India, that's most likely rain. In central northern India shows some. Most of Russia's practically all snow, and into Turkey is rain as well. So be careful, slightly higher accumulations in the next 5 days to southern western Turkey and southern Russia too, outside the mountains. And most of this in Tibet is just snow in Iran as well, but northern Iran, the Caspian Sea, might be some rain there, the Caspian Sea. And Japan is mainly snow, but right on the immediate coast might be some rain, depending on the conditions. So be careful. And the tropics we talked about yesterday, still some heavy rain there. So be careful. We'll make more videos for the tropics. And Japan shows some mixed precipitation, some rain, some snow. So goes there. So yeah, be careful. Some rain too. And stay safe.